Scissors with the right hand of his own, and then an uppercut. Oh, Munguia is down for the first time in his career.
This version of Canelo, does David beat him, or does Canelo beat David?
David a different type of animal. But it's a fight I would love to see. And seeing this fight, I still want to see. I still think the only man that can beat Canelo is Terence Crawford. That's just what I think, and I want to see it.
Fighter. All right, hook upstairs. And Crawford has Spence hurt again. All right, hook that wobbles him. Spence might be going down again. And this one is over. He is undoubtedly the undisputed and best pound for pound.
What do you think about that fight in terms of you fighting Canelo? Did you see opportunities for yourself?
Most definitely.
What kind?
A lot.
We whoop his feet, right? Like Kendra said, we whoop his feet.
You had to see the fight, but Canelo did good, McGill did good. It was a good fight.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter, like Errol Spence.
Dear fans, welcome. You have to admit that modern boxing is bursting with thrilling matchups we've eagerly anticipated. However, we are now on the brink of witnessing one of the biggest, most anticipated, and least expected clashes in recent history. This fight could determine the title of the best pound-for-pound boxer. The most electrifying and brutal showdown could unfold between two legendary champions, each of whom has reigned supreme in their respective divisions for years. Canelo Alvarez is back and has firmly secured his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford made a stunning debut and quickly rose to dominance, becoming a champion in the newly formidable super welterweight division.
Sorry, that's what I'm motivated.
I'm still at the top, and I'm still, undefeated. I'm still a 4-weight world champion, a 2-time undisputed champion, 2-time ESPY award winner. That's right. Fighter of the year. Like, what more can you ask for Terence Crawford?
You've got the pound-for-pound king of boxing, the world light heavyweight champion. This man continues to take challenge after challenge after challenge.
Canelo Alvarez is preparing for an epic battle against Terence Crawford. So how likely is it that Crawford can take down the legendary Mexican boxer? Who holds the edge in this highly anticipated clash? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the victor will surely secure their place in the annals of boxing history. Let's break down this monumental fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're excited for what's to come. Now, let's dive deep into the details. The incredible and unexpected victory over Caleb Plant has played a pivotal role in building up the tension and excitement around this showdown. This presented the Mexican boxer with the opportunity to not only claim the super middleweight championship, but also to solidify his legacy as the undisputed king of boxing.
We're only 6. It keeps me happy, very motivated to be one of the 6 undisputed champion of the world.
By becoming the first undisputed woman in the super middleweight division, the Mexican boxer truly solidified her place as the face of boxing. Few dared to challenge or question her dominance, and Canelo finally achieved what he desired: universal recognition. Saul reaped the rewards of his hard work and came to believe in his own invincibility. But has Saul done enough for boxing, and is his position fully acknowledged and respected?
I get to look at them, and I get to show them what it takes to be where I'm at. And they just looking at me in the ring when I'm shadow boxing and stuff, and my daughter saying, "Go, daddy, go." That's my motivation right there.
The undefeated and already undisputed champion, Crawford, remained humble and composed even before reaching the pinnacle of boxing. The quiet, unassuming fighter from Omaha never inflated his worth. He preferred to let his actions speak for themselves in the ring. With a record of 41 victories, 31 of which were stoppages, Crawford never considered himself the best in the world. He simply focused on taking tough fights against the most challenging opponents and giving his all in each one. It's worth noting that Terence became an undisputed champion long before the Mexican, earning the title back in 2017 when he knocked out Julius Indongo. That victory crowned him the king of the junior welterweight division. After conquering everything in that division, Crawford swiftly moved up to welterweight. His accomplishments earned him a fight against Manny Pacquiao's tormentor, Jeff Horn. The Australian had no answer to Crawford's technical brilliance, falling in 7 rounds. Despite his dazzling performances, Crawford remains behind the Mexican in terms of rankings and popularity. A showdown between the two undefeated champions could have happened in 2021, but the Mexican's overconfidence, which turned into a nightmare against Dimitri Bivol, derailed that potential clash.
Every fighter is different. Maybe he met before speed like I have, power like I have, movements like I have. But I'm pretty sure he never met this combination like I have.
He's a solid champion in 175, but I know and I'm ready. I believe in my skills and I'm very confident with how strong I am.
This is the best 175 pounder, and he's a champion, and he's taller and he's bigger and everything you want to think of. Why do you always take these challenges?
Because I like that kind of challenge. That's make me feel alive. So, and I'm ready. I'm strong too. I have a lot of skill too. I'm gonna bring all my best, all the best, because he's a really good fighter. So I need to bring all my best.
No, Saul, you'll never be able to achieve that. There's a golden rule in fighting that must always be followed.
The boxing gym, one of the first lessons which I should learn, it's like you should respect weight class.
Boxing history is filled with instances where champions moved up in weight and defeated larger opponents. Saul's plan could have worked, but not against a boxer of Terence's caliber, whose skill and technique are simply superior. It took the Mexican several years to find his footing again and regain his confidence. While Canelo was rebuilding his mindset, Terence was busy making history. He cleared out his division and secured early wins over some of the most dangerous fighters like Porter, Annan, and Spence. Recently, Crawford added a new belt in the super welterweight division, conquering yet another weight class. Now, as we approach the inevitable showdown, we're getting closer to understanding the key factors that will play a major role in this fight: the styles and skills of both fighters.
Terence Crawford now is one of the favorite fighters, active fighters, I mean. He has good skills, very good skills. Maybe he could show us something.
What advice would you give him to be able to beat Canelo, being that you beat Canelo?
Yeah, it's funny if I give him advices. He knows already what he needs to do. And his coach knows they will find a solution how to.
You must agree that, when it comes to skills and style, these two opponents are remarkably evenly matched. Both the Mexican and the American represent the epitome of stylistically dangerous fighters. It's no secret that styles make fights, and in this case, we're in for a truly unique and thrilling battle. Crawford will surely surprise the Mexican with his movement and speed, qualities Saul has often struggled with. Terence adapts quickly to his opponent and will offer the Mexican a strategic chess match, where even the slightest mistake could lead to a critical blow to the king. On the other hand, Saul surpasses his opponent in power, defensive moves, and the ability to set traps. Throughout every fight, the Mexican has revealed new techniques, skillfully setting traps all over the ring and forcing his opponents into them, turning the tide in his favor. You must admit, this fight holds immense intrigue and mystery. However, there is one crucial factor that will impact the outcome just as much as the boxer's technical training: size.
68 pounds and fight Canelo?
You know, who knows? But the setup of skills that Crawford had can cause a lot of trouble for Canelo.
The biggest challenge for Terence Crawford is the size difference. The Mexican weighs 185 pounds in the offseason, while Crawford has never exceeded 170 pounds. For a fight with Canelo, the American will need to bulk up and improve his physical conditioning, while the Mexican already has the natural size advantage, coming in at 188 to 186 pounds. Given the Mexican's popularity and star status, he is unlikely to make any concessions and won't accept a fight outside his weight class. This means it will be incredibly difficult for Terence to prepare physically, not to mention the technical advantages his opponent holds.
Canelo been fighting smaller guys his whole career. Canelo been making his own catch weight for years. You know, Canelo fought a smaller Mayweather. Canelo fought a smaller Amir Khan.
Yeah, he did at 155. Yeah,
Amir Khan. You know, he fought Jamel Charlo, and I'm pretty sure he didn't make as much money with all those guys except Mayweather, even Berlanga right now.
From another angle, the American is not just considered one of the best pound-for-pound boxers. Over the years, he has rightfully been seen as the best representative of the American boxing school, embodying all its advantages. While Terence will need several months to train for the fight, the size difference doesn't necessarily make him the underdog when it comes to boxing intelligence. Despite all of Saul's competitive advantages, Terence seems to be the favorite in this aspect. It's no secret that much of Canelo's preparation is based on the recommendations of his legendary trainer and his vision for the fight. When the game plan doesn't go according to plan, the Mexican requires time to adapt, but this doesn't always work out. The fight with Ryder is a prime example, where Canelo struggled to secure a win, and the bout with Bivol showed the Mexican looking like a shadow of himself. Everything Canelo worked on in camp didn't translate into the ring, and he failed to adapt to his opponent. Saul is a damn good boxer, with incredible technique and high boxing intelligence, but in this regard, the American is on another level. Terence may give up the edge in the early rounds, but this is by design. Crawford is a master at reading his opponents. He adapts to their style, analyzes their techniques, deceptive actions, and mistakes, then switches from explorer mode to destroyer mode, unleashing his full potential. This is when we see Terence Crawford at his best. The American is practically the perfect fighter, and it will be incredibly hard for Alvarez to surprise or catch him off guard. Conclusion: 5 reasons.
Estar aquí. Siempre he querido que el boxeo nada más sea un gusto, algo que me encante, no hacerlo por dinero, ¿sí me entiendes? Entonces siempre el boxeo lo hago porque me gusta, porque lo disfruto, no porque voy a ganar dinero.
I feel motivated more than responsibility.
And what does it mean to have this guy right here watching you fight?
Means a lot. He was a great fighter, legend. I want to be like him.
For the Mexican, a victory in this fight is a chance to solidify his legacy as one of the greatest middleweights of all time. Moreover, if he beats Crawford, he will undoubtedly top the pound-for-pound rankings and, as a bonus, put all debates about his greatness to rest. Yes, for the Mexican, taking this fight is a huge risk. If defeated, he could be very close to ending his career. But we promise you, this risk justifies all possible losses. But what will Crawford gain? A win over the Mexican would give him the unique opportunity to become the undisputed world champion in 3 weight classes. Canelo is the biggest star in his division, and a victory here would make noise like never before. This is different from the case of the Japanese monster, Naoya Inoue, where the weight difference between the classes is less than a kilogram. The winner of this fight will inscribe their name in boxing history as one of the best fighters of all time, standing shoulder to shoulder with the giants of the sport. Their career will forever be written in golden letters in the boxing history books. These are the reasons why this fight is the best opportunity for both boxers. Victory here will bring the biggest reward. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, support us by subscribing to the channel. Who do you think will emerge victorious in this showdown? Share your thoughts in the comments.